So here's the thing. I've been doing a lot of research on the power of attorneys. I think I'm really confident now on those things. Um, so one of the things that I've been finding out is one, when I find the power of attorney, when I go to Zillow, it's already sold. It's like I think I think the court here is backed up, and they posted in, and like it was sold like a few days ago, I guess, right? So that's a problem that you've seen as well, right? I just want to make sure.
Yes, that's why the faster you pull them out, the better. So you always want to go, but then again, there are also some old ones that didn't sell.
Right.
Some people that didn't sell them when they recorded it. So yeah, so basically, if you have time, check it on a daily basis. That checking it on a daily basis shouldn't take you no more than 10 minutes.
Right. Right. So I think,
Getting them all at once, like going back, that might take you maybe a couple of days to get them.
yeah, I
But
try.
searches,
I'm trying to go there every week, and whenever doing that, I noticed okay, so if it's like a speed thing, right? So when I send out the letter, I noticed that the letter takes like 3 to 5 days to get there. Right now in New Jersey, he is backed up as well. So that could be a delay for me to reach the homeowner as well, right?
yeah, but again, I don't think that three day delay should be any issue as far as they're reselling it, because usually if they recorded it early and there's already a title company involved,
Mm.
again, they literally already closed. So no matter if you would have called them, it would have still had it closed already. Um, but the reason, again, you can definitely always text them and call them.
Yeah,
It's just I've had better results um,
on the
doing
letters.
the letter first,
Yeah,
and then if they don't answer, calling them.
yeah, and great. So last question here. So I know we sent the letter to the grantor, right? To the principal, and 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 I noticed the grantors are 85-year-old people. Probably they got some health situation going on, or 70, and and then the grantee, which is the daughter, whatever, has the whole power of attorney. Whenever sending those letters out, do you send it to the grantor or to the grantee? Because the grantor now might be sick. To both.
Yes, the reason why is that first, so let's say you are giving me power of attorney to me.
Yeah.
I don't live in your house.
Mm-hmm.
So first, the first letter is I'm gonna mail it to you, to the person that I'm giving it power of attorney to. So somebody out there is gonna send me a letter about a house I have power of attorney over, and they're gonna tell me the spiel. Da, 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 da. So when I get it, I wait a second. I don't live in that house. What's going on?
Ah, gotcha.
That intrigues people.
So it's the grantee that I gotta send it to, not the grantor, not the
Both.
per.
Well, first, again, you can all send them at once, but you can do the first blast, send it to the person that's appointed as the power of attorney. So your son. You send it to
Mm-hmm.
that does not live in that area. If he doesn't reply, then you send it to the grantor in the name of the grantee, so
Oh
that
wait.
when they get it, the old lady that has there sees a letter for the lady that she gives power of attorney to. And then the third letter is to the grantor at the grantor's address.
Okay. So and then always appoint back to the address from appoint back to the grantor
Yes,
address.
always, yeah. So let's
All
say the
right.
house it's a 123 Main Street. The
Mhm.
grantee lives in Second Street. So street, your house on one street, call me.
Gotcha. Perfect. Yeah. Because I was like, let me ask Arturo. It might be a good question because there's a lot of power of attorneys that it's like 85, people 85 years old, and
Yeah,
they probably.
usually it's because it's older people that are trying to, maybe they don't have the time, maybe they're getting ill or
Yeah.
getting up in age and they don't want to do all the hassle, and they just rather give a power of attorney to a son or a daughter to
Yeah.
go get the property transacted.
So it's not
But
worth
that's
it.
why,
It's not worth talking to them, right?
well, you never know. If
Mm.
worst case scenario, they don't answer you,
Right.
send it.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome, brother. But again, and that's why that strategy is speed. You have to be on it every single week.
Yeah.
If you, I like in my area, I can probably get 4 good ones a week that are not recorded by a title company and they're ready to go.
Right.
I mean, so it's not that many. It's probably like less than 20 minutes per week to check them. And if you find some, then send them. So remember,
Gotcha.
the first letter goes to the grantee at the grantee's address, naming the subject address as info.
Hmm.
The second letter goes to the grantee at the subject's address, and the third letter goes to the grantor at the grantor's address. Somewhere down the road, someone's gonna call you. After you exhausted all those 3, skip it. Skip, trace it, and call them.
All right.
Hey, remember, and again, you're calling, you might be calling, you know what? Hey, yeah, my wife sent you guys a letter. I like for that third call, I will probably just call him as an investor myself, because they didn't call me because of this, they didn't call me because of that. So I'm just calling as an investor. Hey, I drove by this area. I think somebody had mentioned about this house, and I was interested to see if you guys were even considering selling it. He's like, why'd you find out that information? We just drove the area. Again, I have a neighbor that lives on the street. He said this house, again, he saw some people leave the area. He's a little bit nosy sometimes. So again, you put it on somebody else. Again, I'm the investor. Like today, this morning, this guy told me, make me an offer. Like, well, you make me an offer. I have the cash that you need. You have the house that you need to sell. Don't make me an offer on your house, because he was being a prick, basically.
Right.
He's like, no, you make me an offer. You shoot your house to me and see if I like it, and if not, I go to the next one. All right.
All right.
So yeah. One other thing that we should guys be doing as well is, if you guys see, I've been calling my bandit signs in the area just to see how they call, how they answer the call, just to see what they use, what strategies. So again, you're leveraging how they, because everybody has a skill, and if you hear them, I don't call them as what's called as an investor. I call them as I have a house for sale, and see how they what they tell, see if I can pick up something that can work with. Any other questions, guys?
I'm good. Thank you.
So, you guys want to do role plays, or you want me to go straight to the JV stuff, or what do you guys want to know about? Any deals you want to find out? How many, like, what deals do I have pending, or how I acquired those issues? The title issue lady, we eventually closed that deal.
I have a question. Yeah, it's about the Duval County list that that I'm working on. Now, I noticed for the foreclosures, there's some that went to foreclosure, let's say yesterday. Should I even bother contacting them, or just leave those alone?
If they already went to foreclosure, again, there's ways of finding out if they actually sold.
Okay.
But no, if they're too late, then don't bother. Don't call them or text them. Now remember, some properties get blocked at the foreclosure table.
Right.
So they might still be available. Now, like, I asked myself the question, is it worth the 50 cents? I'm like, probably, yeah. Now, one thing that I learned, as far as what's it called? Foreclosures, a good attorney can reverse a foreclosure even after the foreclosure.
Oh, okay.
So if, let's say the house is worth 300,000 and it foreclosed for 50,000, a good attorney can reverse the foreclosure. Again, attorneys are good at finding issues with the foreclosure documents that were submitted to the county and to the seller and to the owner, that it allows them to be able to reverse it. Either they didn't mention the right trustee, because usually in my area, there's like, when they put the following trustee will sell the house, and there's like 20 names. You know what I mean? Me as as an owner, I can say, I can tell the what's it called, the attorney as an attorney can tell me as the owner of the house, well, you didn't know who it was, right? It's like, no, but there was like 20 people. I didn't know who to talk to as far as to stop my foreclosure or look for an issue, how to resolve my foreclosure. So that automatically blocks the foreclosure. Even though I already foreclosed, it'll reverse everything. And most of the times, the what's it called, the judges are pro customer when it's a foreclosure.
Okay.
So they'll tell
Okay.
you, you know what, you need to cancel the foreclosure, give the money back to the investor, and then reissue the foreclosure, labeling just that person as the trustee, so that the owner does not have a confusion of, oh, I gotta go look for 10 trustees and ask them, hey, do you have my house? No. Do you have my house? No. Do you have my house? No. You see what I mean?
Gotcha.
I learned that through asking what's it called, an attorney.
Oh, and by the way, it's not recording. Right, too. The Zoom.
Oh, it's live. So yeah, Justin will do that. It's
cool.
like the other one I did it because I hadn't recorded it. I hadn't live streamed it, but this one's live streamed, so it'll record itself.
Sweet, sweet.
So yeah, any other questions? Do you guys have any deals that you guys want to talk about, as far as what is the bump in the road that you're not getting over, as far as to be able to get deals, or tell me, what's your biggest issue? Again, let me ask you this: who didn't make money in the last quarter?
Me.
So you didn't. So Mag didn't make money. Anybody else did not make money?
Me. Since I started.
Okay, Louis. So it's Mag. It's like they say, the first way to overcome anything is you need to first, okay, I didn't make a deal. Why did I not make a deal? Who else? Mag, Eloise.
Shh.
Who else? Aisha? You made money, Larry?
No, not in the last quarter.
No, how about you, Donald?
Nope.
Again, Rick, Marianne, Victor. Okay, you guys don't want. If you guys want to say again, that's the way that I can make myself. What's it called? Like, if I didn't make money last quarter, I'll be okay. How come I didn't make money? What was I doing not to make money? And then what can I do to make money?
Right.
Because at the beginning, when I was doing this, at first it was just a game. Okay, let me try this out. And then it started becoming, hey, I need to make money in this. Again, you guys have resources, which is your time. Again, you have to be able to have a return for your time. So Mag, what is your main strategy? Like, what are you doing? Are you doing lease options, or what are you doing?
So here's what I'm doing. I'm scraping Zillow. Okay. So I'm scraping Zillow. I wasn't consistent. I'm starting to be consistent now. Also, I'm driving for dollars, and I was learning about your strategy on the power of attorney. I got everything set up, and now I'm just going to start mailing everybody next week.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you track how many people you talk to, how many leads you get every week, or how do you track your KPIs, your current indicators?
So I just started I put a tech scorecard for myself and for my VA.
Okay.
Now I just started this. Yeah. So I just did this, and I'm gonna start tracking now. I wasn't tracking before. I know it was my fault.
Okay. How much are you paying?
$3.
$3. And how many hours does he work for you?
Just 2 hours a day.
2 hours. And mainly just scraping, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, KPIs is key. You need KPIs. Eloise, that's how you say your name, right? Eloise?
It's I lose.
Eloise, sorry.
No, you're fine.
So what is what's been your strategy for the last and sorry, Mag, are you doing lease options? Because if you're scraping Zillow, it's lease options, right?
Correct, bro. Yeah, it's lease options. Well, but again, you know, we're going for the lease options, you
Whatever
know,
works.
in whatever works there, you know what I mean?
Okay, perfect. Alu, sorry, how do you say your name? Alu, ma'am? Alu,
I lose. I lose.
Alu, there, I got it. I gotta put a hyphen in the middle. Alus.
No,
So what were you doing the last quarter? What did you do as far as for your data? What were you doing? You doing like Zillow like Mag, or what were you doing?
Well, I'm doing just about everything. I started doing Zillow, lease option, and I use the automated REI to scrape, of course. Then I use PropStream to pull my list for
What
vacants.
type of list were you pulling?
I was pulling vacants. I was pulling absentee, right? Absentees. What else? I was just pretty much pulling whatever list I can, I can work on, really. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And did you track
It was,
how many calls you did? How many no's you got? How many maybes? How many stops bothering me? Or did you track anything like that?
you know what? I was actually using Podio at one point to track all my leads. I stopped, and then I started using Google Drive, a spreadsheet, to just make a note. So it's not as organized where, like you're saying, categorize it from the no's, the maybes, and the yes. I just, make notes. Yeah, who's interested, who's not, and I just go from there.
Okay. Perfect.
My big
Larry. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. My struggle would be the numbers, knowing what to offer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Larry, you want to share what were you doing the last quarter as far as marketing, like data?
I've been using automated REI with Zillow, and I've got some positive responses, but I haven't got a deal yet. Seems like something kind of holding me back there.
Okay.
But,
you're doing lease options mainly?
mainly, yes. And I've been trying to work with pre-foreclosures also, and maybe wholesale with those.
Okay. How's it been with your pre-foreclosures as far as your conversion?
I haven't had a deal yet with that.
Okay.
It's hard to get people to answer their phone or
Well,
call you back.
okay. As far as like your KPIs, how many calls do you do a week? Do you know more or less that?
I haven't kept track of that very good. I need to start doing that with some sort of spreadsheet.
Yeah, I get you. And Donald, are you still in here? Or he left? Yeah, I think Donald left, right? Yeah. So okay. Based on those three things, like for Mag, again, it's constructive criticism, Mag. Again, I always wanted to have that constructive criticism when I was starting.
I love that. Go ahead.
Because sometimes they don't tell you because they don't want to hurt you. Because again, I'd rather you tell me that I have an illness than instead of not telling me that, oh, you're fine, and go out with my life and I pass out.
No,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
totally, bro.
So again, for me, I wouldn't have a VA.
Mm-hmm.
I'll focus on one thing, right? So I think Zillow lease options is good. Do you think, which one do you think you have more, what's it called, better penetration as far as conversions in the Zillow or the Driving for Dollars, or the data, or the POA data?
I think the Zillow, I think it's easier to talk to homeowners, right? On the driving for dollars, sometimes you'll not be able to reach them. That's the challenge there. And then you're
Okay.
wasting time on driving, and then you're wasting time on your time you skip tracing stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. So like for you, if I was you, I would
Mhm.
focus on, again, if you already have the Zillow leads, perfect. Again, Zillow leads are easy because they're already offering you the property.
Yeah,
Now, everybody calls them.
yeah. Hmm.
When everybody calls them, it means they're probably really expensive and they already know what their price is.
Hmm.
The drive for dollars is good. What I would do in the drive for dollars is when you're literally driving for dollars, you see a house, have a little post, a little letter like this. Hey, are you interested in buying your house? I drove by it, and put your number, and then also get the number, get the address, but literally stop and get off, and go knock on the neighbor's door,
Gotcha.
and go knock on the other. So the one on the left, the one on the right, and the one in the front. Now,
Okay.
that's guts. The way that I would do it, like people that call me, they want to be my bird dogs. This is what I tell them. You see a house, look at the ugliest house in the area.
Right.
And again, most people will say, hey, do you want to sell your house? They might be jerks to you. But hey, you go and knock on the door, nobody answers. Or let's say somebody answers. Hey, you know what? My boss sent me to ask you, see if you're interested in selling. He's like, what did your boss do that for? I don't know. Again, he just hired me out of Craigslist. I didn't have a job. So he gave me a few addresses to go knock on a door. And if they're interested, he said, just write the number and their name and their address. And then my boss will call them. When there's nobody in the door, go to the neighbors. Hey, do you know your neighbors? What happened this store? Again, ask for the story. The same thing again, because you're already driving there. I think you're just not doing that extra step, which is easy because you're already there. Yeah. What's better than this? What's skip tracing is good, but neighbors are your best skip tracers.
Right.
And posting a post-it on the front door, a yellow paper. So have the bigger one, the legal one, with the marker. Mm-hmm. Hey, my boss saw this house. He wants to see if you're interested in selling it. Call him and put the number there and put it right in the middle. So have a $5 for probably for a pack of like 4 of those. Red marker. Yeah. And then some either tape or a thumbtack. You can put it in that. Gotcha. Because you're already there. And then once you get home, you skip trace those.
Let me ask you, I know from your perspective, how many houses I should get like an hour? Because I want to try to.
Do you have a job? Like, do you have a full-time job?
Maybe I'm gonna have one now.
Okay, so pick your dates. Gotcha. So let's say, let's say you're 9 to 5, you get out at 5, right? Yeah. So from 5 to 7, drive around. Gotcha. Go on Zillow. Look at the areas where there's people our houses are listed, mm-hmm. and where houses are selling. You can do that through Zillow, and then drive that area. Again, okay. You can probably see maybe 100 houses in a couple hours. You should have at least 10 vacant houses per day. That should be that's my target right now. Every single day I go.
That's a good KPI. 10 per
day. Let me show you this.
10 houses per day. I'll write this down, bro.
And this is how I send it to my VA. I do have a VA because again, it's time consuming. But again, I already proved the concept, so mm-hmm. It's worth me putting that $3. I pay her $3 as well. Mm-hmm. Look, you see like this? I don't know, you see it?
Okay.
So what I do when I'm driving, if you pull up your map like this, you just put the search
the pin.
You put a pin on it, and then you click the pin and it shows you the address. And all you gotta do is screenshot that.
Okay.
And then when you're there, if you want, like at night before you go to sleep, get the whole notepad. My boss saw this house, fill it out, all the notepad. Mm-hmm. And again, another tip, make sure you put another paper behind the notepad, behind that paper that you're writing on, because the marker will go through. But every single, this notepad has, the reason why I know, it has 50 pages. So that means that's 2 weeks worth of data. Well, for you, it's basically a week. In a week, you have to have posted all this envelope in houses.
Okay.
So that's how you can target. You know what? Let me get the 5-pack. That's 5 weeks worth of data. So every week, put October's week 1, October's week 2. That means you have to have dropped off, and that's how you can automatically track yourself. Like, oh shoot, I have like 40 papers left. Oh, I'm lagging.
Yeah.
So again, that's one thing that you can do. Keep on doing the Zillow. The Zillow's good. Just be consistent as far as 10 vacant houses.
How?
That's
Okay, on 10 vacant for the driving for dollars. What about Zillow? What's the KPIs you think? How many
on
calls
Zillow,
are-
what do you? I haven't scraped Zillow. What are you getting on Zillow as far as how many scrapes do you get per week?
I just started. So here's how it works. About 220 texts, right? I sent out 220 texts. 36 I think replied, and then when I follow up, when I add to my CRM, I have 20 leads, 20 leads that I can call and qualify.
Okay.
After, that's what I have right now. So out of those 20 leads, I want to know if a good percentage per week that you think it's gonna give me a deal.
I think the KPI was 30. And I'm not sure what Justin had said on that spreadsheet that he had.
Right.
Because again, it's different. Those people, are you calling those Zillow scrapes are for the rents or the for sale by owners?
For sale by feasibles.
Okay, feasibles. So yeah, that again, let's say I would think probably like 25. If you talk to 25 people, you might get one.
Gotcha.
It's like for my one of my KPIs is like I have to talk like to 28 people to get one deal that closes.
Okay.
So yeah, do 25. Now another thing, you have to be able to KPI. Okay, how many Zillow calls am I gonna make? Even if I don't have leads, you know what? Every single day I can set myself to do 10 Zillow calls. That's it. But do 10 Zillow calls. If you don't have 10, just go on Zillow and call whatever's there for sale by owner. Call whatever's on Craigslist. So you call whoever's already. You know what? My goal for the quarter is I'm gonna call 10 numbers each day of people that are already putting their hands up that they want to sell. Hello, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. So it's just 10. No matter if they're crazy. Again, you want to get into the habit of calling, asking for the number, what number works for you, and then negotiating.
Okay.
And again, the VA, if I was you, I'll pause it. Because again, it's not for the data that you're pulling, it's not enough to have it for 2 hours a day. Again, that's something that is like, first we gotta struggle a little bit and then we can push off. And I think you have ample time after work, after 9, to do the calls, to do the drive for dollars, and the weekends to do the scrapings.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Again,
Thank
thank you, but I wouldn't pay somebody if it's like business. If you're not making money, how come you're paying money? Like when I retired from my lending job, I said, I'm gonna make money with nothing. I'm literally with my back against the wall. I can't pay nobody because I don't have money. So that's the way that it's hard to put yourself in that position. Put yourself in that position where you are literally living in your car.
Right.
What can I do? Now, if you're earning, let's say $20 an hour at your job, again, that goes to bills. You can't afford to put money into paying somebody to do something.
Yeah.
That way, it pushes you to really, really dig down and do it yourself, learning yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So again, first you gotta make money to get money. A lot of people say, well, I have a credit card. Yes, you have a credit card, but you're literally, you're not seeing the value of you doing it. You're just paying somebody to do it, so you don't want to go through the pain. Right? And
Yeah,
that's how I learned.
Make
That's how
yourself make yourself
I put
uncomfortable
myself
pretty
against the
much.
wall and said, you know what? No, I'm not gonna pay nobody for nothing because I have zero.
Yeah.
I have zero money in the bank. I'm broke. How do I make money?
Yeah.
It's
a good mindset to have, you know.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. Trust me. Like one of the things, just a little quick 2-minute talk. There was a billionaire. He was born broke. He became a billionaire. He had kids. He's gonna die. He does his will. He sits his family and explains, oh, I'm gonna give you $1 billion. I'm gonna give you $1 billion, and I'm gonna give you $1 billion. But I feel so sad, and that I did a disservice to you. That I didn't give what I should have given you. Like, what do you mean that you're giving us $1 billion and $1 billion and $1 billion? Yes, but I'm not giving you my hunger. I'm not giving you what it took me to go from 0 to $1 billion. So it's gonna be harder for you to find a reason and a motivation to go from 1 billion to 2 billion. So you're gonna start going 1 billion, 900 million, 800 million, 700 million, because you don't have the hunger.
Right.
So that's a little quick talk as far as why do you put yourself against the wall first.
Thank you.
So Eloise.
Yes, you got it.
So I lose for you. Again, sometimes we just do too much that we don't do anything at all. You know what I mean? We try to water 10 little seeds and they all die, instead of doing one seed, let it grow, and then let it flourish. And then once it has fruit, then put less water in this one and put another seed. So for you, depending on your area, are you able to, like, is your market good to do driving for dollars in that area? Like, is your market a good market where for investors, or you have to go to maybe to a city like you mentioned that was 2 hours away?
Yeah, you know what? I would have to check, because I mean, I haven't really driven for dollars.
So,
yeah, I was doing
like
my
for you,
other way doing that, so I'm not really.
Okay, so like for you, the best thing they can do is texting, calling, and Facebook. Something that you can do from your phone. That's gonna be your target. And data. So for you, data is gonna be key. What data? Data that is free.
Yeah.
That you don't have to pay for, which is gonna be the pays, the affidavits, the pre. Again, I'll send you guys a link at the pre-foreclosures. What else? POAs, affidavits, pre-foreclosures, the lien notices, the what's it called? The tax transfers, the tax liens. All that data is free.
Where? Where? On county side?
That's all the data. It's at county level.
Oh, okay.
That's when you have to master your county. You can do it as well, man. Like when you do your POAs, you can look for this data. And kind of the joint venture that I'm gonna do, like that I'm trying to do, is I want to invest in your local markets with you. So I'm thinking of a seed money of $500 per market per JV, where I can pay them either for skip tracings, for bandit signs, for something in that area, $500. We'll JV ourselves. I'm just trying to figure out the other part as far as where the teaching part comes in. But again, if I can leverage your area and I can make 3 deals from your area, make you 3 deals from that area, we go half and half, it works for everybody.
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking, $200 per market as far as to invest in data that I know for a fact that I can get deals from.
That's a great idea. Okay.
So that's gonna be your target again, and both you, Mag, and Alus, you need to track what you do. I know it's hard. Trust me, I've had issues with it as well, because it's hard. The best way to do it is right after you finish the call, or right after you finish the search, or right after you get a deal. Right, and again, don't wait to the end of the day. So I don't know if you've seen, there's this little pocket. You see, what are this called? A tablet, right? Kind of like a tablet thing.
Notepads?
Notepad, there we go. There's some
Mhm.
little notepads, small little notepads.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a business card, a little bigger than a business card. Those are like probably like $3 for $1.
Uh-huh.
That's where you should track your KPIs and have it with you all the time. So
Gotcha.
in that KPI, you need to see, okay, you need to have, you put October 2020, and you put calls, leads, list, etc. You take how many today you put there's probably like 50 pages in there, so you can put day 1, day 2, every single page is what one day. October 1st, how many calls did I did? How many leads did I scrape? How many texts did I send? How many calls did I do? What was the result of the call? That way you can track it. I know you want to track it in a what's it called, in a computer, and that's key. But sometimes when we can do it here, it becomes easier. And then at the end of the month, you can literally go. I have like probably like 7 of those little things that I showed you, those little notepads. I have like 7 of those where I was tracking those things. And then now I do it in my Podio, and I have my
Mhm.
girl, my VA do it as well for me.
By the way, I do it in Trello. Just wanted to put
Yeah,
it
you
out
can do
there.
Trello as well. Yeah, whatever. But again, do it. The thing is, like, for me, I'm telling you, as far as me going into Podio and submitting the call and what was the solution is tough. Even though it's simple, what do you mean it's tough, Arturo? Yeah, for me it's tough going, like stopping after I end the call, opening my laptop, updating the Podio lead, doing that. So what I do, I literally put, okay, the address of the house, what much the asking price, what's the tax value, what's the ARV value, solution, too high. What type of lead was it? Cold call, and it was an absentee. Do I want to follow up? Follow up 3 months. That's basically how I was tracking my numbers. Simple. And that writing down, it took me what, 20 seconds? Instead of a minute to open up my computer, another minute to open up Podio, another minute to input the information. Those 3 minutes, it's like an eternity for me. And that was stopping me from doing what I needed to do to be successful. So first is baby steps. Do it here, track it for a month, and then once you get used to doing it every single day in the tablet, and then you put another step. Instead of a couple of baby steps, now I'm standing. And now maybe I'll put it on Podio. Because at the end of the month, you gotta put it in a template. You gotta make this tablet, this notepad, into usable data. So that you can track, okay, in October I did 70 calls, 30 came from this, 30 came from this. I pulled 60 leads, I skip traced 70 leads, I SMS this many, I got this many replies, I got this many no's, I got this many maybes. You know what I mean? So then you start building like a little machine. Like people say when they were saying, well, if it was so simple for coronavirus to die with simply washing your hands, how come they just don't do that to clear the medicine, to do a vaccine to clean it? Well, yeah, when you clean it at the early stage, it's easy. When you kill it with what's called Purell and antibacterial, it's like saying that small little snowball like this, you can kill it, you can squash it, but when it's already like a big old snowball, you can't stop that. So it's building momentum. By the time you know it's this humongous snowball, and you can mess up, but it doesn't chip your whole snowball away. It has the momentum. You can maybe screw up a little bit, but you're still rolling towards the goal. So that's why you gotta slowly start building that momentum, creating that bigger snowball to be successful. So that's for you, Aluz.
Thank you.
Welcome, man. Larry, right?
Right?
Okay, Larry. So your main strategy right now has been just scraping from REI, the Zillow, and the pre-foreclosures, right? Well, just the Zillow for REI. Where are you getting your pre-foreclosures from?
I get it from another software.
Okay.
place.
Is that something you pay a month?
Yes.
How much is that? Is it like a membership or it just charges you per pool?
No, it's membership,
Okay. What is that paying? What are you paying on that?
97. Month.
Nice.
Like, but I really like the people there, and
Okay.
I
Um,
like what they, what they give for you. I don't think it's as good as PropStream when it comes to all the information they give you, but Mag
But
and
you
I
like
are
it.
thinking about going together on PropStream.
That's
And
that's something that's smart. Why? You leverage your team players. I played soccer last night. I'm a great forward. I'm not a great goalie. My goalie's a great goalie. He's not a great forward. But we are in a team. So yeah, leveraging everybody, that's key. My other plan, as far as the membership, the $500 that I am going to invest, I do want to get a dialer. So basically, that dialer, the way that you can do it, you can have one seat, one person doing those dials at once. But you can have one from 3 to 4, and then another user from 4 to 5, and then another user from 5 to 6. So guess what that means? You can have 10 people doing calls under the $99 membership. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah.
What that means is that you leverage your membership to the full potential. Because when I had a dialer, I wasn't using it to its full potential. I was probably using like a couple hours. That's it. And I was still paying the $99. So now, as far as that, you said you want to stay with that membership?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you this. What would happen if you can put those $97 to better use?
No, yeah, I'd be up for anything, really.
You'd be up to maybe canceling something to get something better, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah, because I think just for I know liking the software and everything is good, but $97 is a lot of money.
Sure.
$97 is a lot of money, and you can get a lot of things for $97. How comfortable are you with computers as far as digging for stuff on the internet?
I'm okay with that, but I wasn't born around computers. I'm 72, so
How about if I was to create a video that basically you just mimic the video in the browser in your in the new screen and telling you how to learn it, would that be something that will help you to at least master that?
yeah, sure.
Okay, because that's the way. What county are you in, Larry?
What town am I in? I'm in Illinois, in
What
Bloomington,
county?
Illinois.
Sorry, county.
What county?
Yeah.
McLean.
Okay. Is that where you're investing that county?
Yeah, there's about 3 counties around me that I work in.
Okay.
With
basically-
for lease options on Zillow and.
Okay. What I would do is basically again, that's what I'm proposing, going into your county, learning what I can do in your county, and doing some video shares of screens so that I don't know how your schedule is, spend time learning that. It's simple. Again, I know sometimes it gets too complex from a 30,000 view, but when you're at the ground level, it's simple. It's just right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and then do it repeatedly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That way, when you pay for somebody for data, again, they're going through the same thing. You're paying them, and they're going through the 3 or 4 or 5 different steps to get it. So what if you can do the 3 or 4 or 5 steps to get it, and you can get data at will? You can get data really when it later gets recorded. Because if you request data, they usually don't give you the data right away as far as the live data. They give you data that's probably like 2-3 weeks old. In real estate, 2-3 weeks is a lifetime. You know what I mean? Now, in your area, the lease options is a good thing. Have you seen like bandit signs and stuff like that?
Not too many where I live. No, it's not a big area, but it's,
Do you think it's a high investor area or more like a rental, like a lease option area?
I'd say it's more like working with realtor area.
Yeah, I'll review it. I'll review it. I'm pretty sure there's probably some investors there. And if you don't see that many bandit signs, that's something that is gold. If you
But
don't
you
see that
don't
many
see many.
bandit signs, and I don't know, again, if you don't see bandit signs and it's still high as far as returns, as far as sales are going on, properties are getting listed, properties are getting sold. Let me add this. So for you, continue the Zillow REI, just pulling those data. How many do you get a week, or every time you pull, it's every week, every 2 weeks? How often do you pull them?
Oh, probably every week.
How many do you get?
Oh, probably 100.
100? Do you call them all?
No, I don't call them all, just the ones that respond.
Okay, so you text them, and then you
Text
call
them,
them.
yeah.
Whoever
Text them,
replies.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you. How's your schedule?
All I got's time.
Okay. So if I was you, I wouldn't text. I'll call.
Call.
Call every single number. Texting is for somebody that has 1,000 leads. That
Okay.
just wants to get, the ones that reply yes. When you're in the time where you have the time, call them. Trust me, because somebody might not reply to your text, but if they answer you and you do the guts, trust me, you have much better conversions. A couple
Okay.
of things that I was telling you today, where I was calling a couple of the bandit times in my area, none of them were live investor answers. 3 went a voicemail. The only person that answered me was like a answering service.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
I understand that. Yeah, they're not. I don't know. They're
There's
too
no,
busy or.
there's no urgent for success.
All right.
If that person calls me, I'm the investor. I'm answering the call. I'm giving them an offer. I'm going to see the house. That person that I called, they're gonna send that lead to the investor, and the investor will probably get in there. And then if he has 10 leads, then I'll call him at 5.
Okay.
So I have a 5-hour window where I can answer the call live. Yeah, I am. Again, oh yeah, I buy houses. Yeah, definitely. You know what? Oh, you know what? My boss buy houses. Yeah, you know what? Let me put on the phone. Hold on. And I'm giving them offers on the phone. And I'm gonna see their houses. So for you, don't text the leads, call them. That's gonna get you in a routine of just calling and calling. Because if you do 100 calls a week, that's gonna get you in a routine. Calling, getting to see tones of voices, getting to see the rebuttals, the objections, yeah, and then I bet you if you keep on calling them, you're gonna be way more active in the role plays, because okay, this is my number 1 objection. Hey Victor, how can you overcome this objection? I had 7 calls this week that tell me that. Trust me, I can guarantee you, if you do that, Larry, you'll get a deal the next quarter. Trust me, because you're not waiting, sitting down for somebody to tell you, hey, I want to sell my house. You're literally going out there. Hey, you want to sell your house? No. You want to sell your house? No. You're going out there and doing the steps. You have a lot of things that a lot of people don't have, which is time.
Right.
You have the time. All you got to do is allocate a little bit of more resourcefulness, getting the information, getting the skip trace, calling them. The Zillow scrapes, instead of texting them, calling them. Go in with a no. Yeah, I'm calling you on the Zillow house. Did you already sell it? Looks really nice. No, it's still available. Oh, wow. I'm surprised. Well, again, I'm interested. I'm an investor. Again, can I ask you a few questions? You can ask me, again, go through the spill.
Sure,
And
I know
again,
how to do that.
what it is, if it's gonna lease option. Well, you know what? And again, go with the no. You know what? I'm probably not your buyer, because the only thing that I can do with this house probably just have you owner finance it to me or lease option it to me for the next 36 months. But I don't think you're interested in that. Oh, wait, what does that mean? Trust me, if you do 100 calls and you say that, I'm probably not your buyer, because I can't buy it cash. The only thing that I can do for this house is probably just lease option it. Where you
Okay,
don't have
good
to-
idea. Yeah,
Again, trust me, if you call 100 people like that, you're gonna get some good leads.
okay,
You're not waiting for the text to come back.
all right.
Putting yourself out there. Hey,
I've
I'm here.
wondered about that in people in pre-foreclosure too. Why not? Why
And
send,
foreclosures,
just call them. I mean, that way you'll either know if they're
you
interested.
would definitely. One thing about pre-foreclosures, how far is your is it driving area, driving range, or you have to drive like 50 miles?
Oh, no, it's just local. 10 mile maybe.
Then don't call them. What I would do, what I was telling you guys about bulky mail, basically I get the USP. Hold on. This is the free youth. So you have how far away is your post office, Larry?
Oh, it's only about 3 miles.
Okay, so it's like within 10 minutes. So you go
Right.
out there. I think John had a video where you can order them. But again, if you want instant satisfaction, you drive over there and you get like 50 of this they're free envelopes.
Okay. I used UPS. Done
On
a
the,
couple.
or the UPS, FedEx, whatever looks legal.
Okay,
Then
And I
you
just-
get a notepad like this. And remember, you're not gonna reach out to them as the investor. You're gonna put, my boss saw this house up for sale at auction, this date. He can stop it, he can buy it, he can put money in your pocket, or he can show you how to slap the bank and stop the foreclosure. Call him, put your number there. Once it's written, like Mac, like I was telling you, you buy the 5 notepads and you fill them all out. Fill up, if you only get 50 pre-foreclosures in your area, you fill out 1 notepad, the same
Okay.
message. Then once you're ready, you literally gonna map your area, because you got to drop them off. All you gotta do, crumble it up like this. When somebody gets a mail like this, they don't open it. There's something legal in there.
Okay,
And if they're in pre-foreclosure, they don't want to see that legal stuff.
probably bank or something. Something.
They'll say, no, I didn't get it. But when you put something in there and you close it, like now, oh shoot, there's something in there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a gift in there.
Yeah,
On the
somebody-
outside,
maybe it was you telling about putting a little toy or something in there.
yeah. Right now, we don't want to spend money in toys.
99. Here's a little present for you.
You literally just crumble up the paper, put it in there, and when you close it, it looks like it's something bulky in there.
Okay.
In the outside, just put the address, 123 Main Street, no name, nothing, 123 Main Street, area.
Okay.
And then when you drive, and you literally just put it next to their mailbox. Not on the mailbox, on the outside of the mailbox.
Okay.
If for any reason they stop you, that one of the seller stops you, this is where you're gonna say, yeah, I got hired on Craigslist. He said he gave me a list of addresses, and then he told me, he gave me like 50 of these, and he told me to drop them off. I think he's trying to buy houses. I don't know what the situation with your house is. But yeah, I was like, whoa, why are you stopping at my house? Like I said, I was hired out of Craigslist. Again, I don't have a job due to COVID. He's paying me $1 to drop off each. Are you interested in selling? So I can tell him and I can take this back, or do you want to call him directly?
Okay.
If he says call him directly, make sure you have another number that is not yours, because then yours will ring right away. And Google Voice is free. So you already know what to do. So again, if you get like 20, let's say you get 50 a month, you can drop them off within probably like 3 days. And not only that, when you're dropping them off, you drive in the areas, driving for dollars. Do the same thing as Mag.
Sure. Good
Again,
idea.
You're not an investor, you're just an employee that got hired to drop out this letter. And he said he's gonna pay me $1 per every envelope that I drop off. Plus, he's gonna pay me another $1 if I get a house that looks like this. And if I put this little thing that says, my boss saw your house, he's interested in selling and buying, are you interested in selling? Call him. The little thumbtack. The thumbtacks are probably like what, like $3 for like, and I have them here. The reason why, where are they? Everything that I tell you is I've been doing. Where's my thumbtacks? So I know it works. And I know that's the fastest way to get to the money. Doing it yourself, bootstrapping everything. As soon as you start pushing things to somebody else to do, it takes away the workload from us. So we don't worry about it. You're not carrying oh, I gotta pay 3 mortgages. Oh, I gotta pay this. That person's not doing their job. So those things, the good thing is recording this. That's what I would, you guys. And then if you guys want a JV, just let me know, reach out to me personally, and then I'll put in the group the structure and everything. And we'll go from there. But again, those 3 things, those 3 people, those 3 examples as far as markets, that's what I would do if I was you and I had 0 money. Even though you have money, put yourself, you know what? Open another checking account and put $1 in there. And put real estate. That's your real estate fund. You know what? I only have $50 where I bought the notepads and I got the envelopes. That's it. Everything else I gotta learn myself.
Okay.
So again, that's what I would do if I was you guys. And I know for a fact I've done it. I put myself in that position where I have no money and I made money. Because this VIP cost, right? But if you're not using it to its full potential, then you're making a disservice to yourself. Because again, I know it's good to be in a team, right? But it's much better to actually play in the field. Again, I don't join a team just to get the jersey. I join a team to play, to score, to make money.
Let's play
You know what I mean?
together.
Yeah, again, trust me, guys. I have tons of what's it called, of ideas per area that I melt my area. Again, the only reason why I haven't gone to other areas that deeply, that's my mental block. So I ask myself, well, how do I go out there without feeling that mental block that it's not gonna work? Well, the fastest way, find people that are there. Well, you're already in a VIP group that there's people in different counties. You wanna show them, okay, show them how to do something, but also invest in their areas. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work for 3 months, perfect. You know what? It didn't work. But I'd rather invest that money there than just be thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Arturo, what about if we try to help you on your market there? Because you already know something already on your market. So we
In my
can,
market,
yeah. So
well,
what do you need from us for actually help you there and make you grow there? And we JV 50-50 too, you know what I mean?
in my market, I might, again, I never consider that. I pretty much have my foot on everything, my hands on everything. I do want to learn other markets. That's what the main thing of the JV is. But yeah, I'll see. I'll consider it. I'll see what I can do.
So you
as
never,
far as
you never thought about scaling up to your market?
I think my market is at a level where there's not much more. There's more competition coming in, but as far as the what's it called, the growth, it's pretty much, I'm pretty much at where the max is at. Again, especially with this VIP as far as learning how to talk to people. So at this quarter that passed was one of my highest quarters. You know what I mean? So the best thing is like investing in other areas where they're virgin areas for me.
Because I'll tell you, in my area here in New Jersey, man, it's because it's totally different ball game. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking, like if you know where your area would be a lot easier for you to scale up there than going to other areas. So if we go full force to your area, help you scale up, then it would be a different story. But it's something for you to
Well,
think about.
what we can do is that let's pick the hot areas. Let's pick Houston. Let's pick Austin. Let's pick San Antonio.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put you there as my San Antonio guy. We're gonna pick the same data, but you can't do driving for dollars. So everything's gonna be like Alus, who's basically gonna be calling. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because that's the way it's like, I know for a fact, it's like picking from a tree that's brand new and picking from a tree that's already been picked.
Hmm.
You might help me get 3 more deals, but I can probably go get 20 in a virgin tree.
Yes.
So where do I allocate my time better? In a virgin tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
So
just
that's
throwing
why-
ideas for you, you know, to help you
that's
as
good.
well.
Because if you guys, whoever doesn't want to get, like you say your areas are different, let's pick a virgin market. I'll do a search and I'll pick what's the hottest markets out there, and we'll
Okay.
invest it.
Yeah.
We'll invest it. Again, you put your time, I put the funds. We negotiate as far as the scaling and everything, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Yeah, definitely. So whatever market you guys see, like for me, San Antonio's hot, Houston's hot, Dallas is hot, Arizona's hot, Florida's hot, California's crazy. What else? North Carolina's hot. Okay, there's tons of markets out there. And the thing about this strategy is like, this is time consuming to do. So people don't do it because they're having success with the absentees. They're having success with the vacant houses. The list that you pull where everybody pulls. They're picking 1 or 3 fruits from the trees already been picked. Well, we're trying to look at the tree right here. I'm seeing the tree that has 70 apples, but to get to 70 apples, I gotta cross 3 fences. I gotta outrun a dog and then start picking. Well, some people don't want to do that because if your business is already making money over here, why would you put yourself in a chance to get bitten by a dog? You don't want to. You want to do what's already been working. It's like me here in my area. There's probably like 6 apples left, and that's it. I see a tree over here. There's 70 apples left. So it's
Where
where
do you
you
live?
allocate your time. It's where you allocate your time.
Where do you live?
I'm in Texas.
Okay.
So again, it all depends. Where do you want to put your time? So that's what I would do for you guys. Anyways, for that thing that you guys are doing right now, like, don't pay for memberships. I wouldn't pay for memberships. Just again, this membership is different. Why? Because you're learning. Because you can get 100 leads, but if you don't know how to talk to the seller, you're literally throwing all your work away. So you have to learn. This has been one of the best things that I've done this year, because I learned my conversions rates. Right now I'm already at 30 deals.
That's awesome.
So far this year.
That's awesome.
So again, I got a full quarter to make another 20.
Can you tell us about your last leads? How did you close them?
The last one that I closed, okay, that one, the one that I closed for 25 that I showed you.
Yeah.
That was a duplex that was vacant. It was abandoned. That one took, so that was a driving for dollars lead, I think. Yeah, driving for dollars. I drove by, looked vacant. We skip trace, called them. They're way high. I think they were 80. So we literally got it at 40, 42. We sold it at, what is it, 67.5, I think.
Wow.
The conversation was, we added it. Okay, so I've been literally in my notepad. 2 clicks, the address, skip trace, the call, how did it go? What are their price? If one of the things we need to find out is the price. You need to know how much they want, because your follow-ups are gonna go from there. 90, 95, 85.
How was your
75.
conversation with the person? Can you go through?
So basically, yeah. So yeah, ma'am, I just drove by this area. I see this duplex. It looks like somebody has sleeping in there because again, it's a couple of windows are open and it's broken into and the couple of the boards fell off. Are you selling it or are you fixing it? I always say that. Are you selling it or are you fixing it? I know they're not fixing it.
Gotcha.
You can even throw there, are you fixing it or are you just paying taxes on it? That's another pain point. You say, no, it's me and my sister, okay? So are you guys interested in selling it? Yeah, again, that was a crazy deal because it was divided into two. Eventually they said yes, but they were at 80. So no, thank you very much, boom. That was literally a call. It was literally like a what? Like 5-10 minute call. And then the next call, I saw, hey, I drove by the house again. Are you fixing it already or are you still paying taxes? He's like, no, I haven't fixed it. Well, how much are you asking for it now? Well, I can probably do, I think she went down to 70. It didn't work. Hung up again. Put it on my follow-up. Hey, again, I drove by the area again. Are you trying to fix it again? Or what did you, because it was sisters. What did you guys decide? Are you guys gonna fix it or because I'm ready to buy, but again, I gotta buy it at the right price. Well, I think I wanted 60, 68, I think. And it kept on chopping down. But you gotta get the first number again. And then when you call them back, are you still at 68?
Gotcha.
Tell them your lowest number. Because you want to bring out that pain. And again, oh yeah, you know what? I saw a couple of people going again there. Again, there's probably some people just living in there, hoarding there because it's open and it literally was abandoned.
So,
what?
so this deal, right? You already knew the numbers and you made 20K, right? You said
25.
So let's say if another investor or wholesaler would come by and just get the standard fee, like the standard 10,000, you would have lost on the deal.
Yeah, if somebody buys it for like, say somebody would have bought it for 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just get the standard 10. So you're willing to take the chance?
Yep. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense.
No,
Again,
I'm just saying because you could have made like 10 grand anyway.
well, I needed to make 10, anything below 67 was money.
Yes.
So at 68 wasn't money. And then at 60, again, he stayed there, she stayed there. Because again, I didn't have a buyer yet. But I knew that if I get it deep enough, I can buy, I can get a buyer in here.
Gotcha.
But here's this where I got multiple people that told me this. Well, it sounds you're really interested in this house because you've been calling me consistently. I got a 9K deal because of that. I got a 15K deal because of that. I got a 25K deal because of that.
Yeah.
Consistency. Every month, every three weeks. And it's a simple call. When you're at the level when you have like 20 deals pending, just send them a text. Hey, did you try to keep that house or you selling it already? But when you have time, you call them. Hey, Mary, what's going on? Hey, you know what? I drove by that man. That thing keeps on poking in my head every time I drive. It just calls my name. Did you guys decide to keep it or fix it or what's going on with you and your sister? Consistent follow-up. Because you already know they're not gonna fix it. So it's just a matter of pushing the screws as far inside until they feel the pain. Oh no. It's like whoever has had a root canal here, when they put the anesthesia, it numbs it, but they haven't hit the root canal yet. When they drill to kill the root canal, once it breaks the final little chip of the teeth and it hits the nerve, oh Lord, that pain, it's tough. That will make you cry.
Ooh, you made me remind about that.
It hurts because literally it goes like that across your head, the pain. That's where you want to get your sellers at. So you're literally drilling until you hit the nerve. They're like, oh, they'll snap of it. They're like, oh, you know what? Sell it. And if you're on top of mind, if you're calling them and calling them and calling them, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of being consistent. Once you got a grind for dollars lead like that, consistently call it. This one that I just got on the contract yesterday, I don't know, what was it? I went to that area. Again, the area, I haven't done any deals in that area, but I knew if I get it at a low price, it'll make sense for me.
How many hours you drive for dollars?
I literally, but again, this is what I do for a living now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you
So I
drive
put
every day.
myself at five vacant houses a day that I do the screenshots like that, and I have my growth skip tracing.
Gotcha. So it's like the whole day driving for dollars.
Yeah, I go here. I'm always aware
Mm-hmm.
because I remember when I didn't have no money in the business.
Makes
So
sense.
five. By the time you know it, if you do 10 a day, Mag, just
Yeah.
multiply it. You have 3,000 leads or 3,065 leads that nobody knows about because they're literally driving for dollar leads. Imagine if you had those many leads, and guess what you do? You call them, because when you saw, and when you snap it, the picture, remember, okay, put something that will remind you of the deal. Broken windows, tall grass, broken garage door. So that when you call them back, like a year later, you don't even know. Hey, yeah, your house, yeah, my boss saw it. I think he said that he had a broken window. Are you interested in selling it? It looked vacant. You know what the status was back then because you don't want to drive it again. But you knew, okay, it was a broken window. Or it was this, or it was that.
Hmm.
And if you can't snap, that maps is good just to get the address and get that. But if you can't do that, just put the address. Look at the mailbox, okay, put the address there and put broken windows, tall grass, broken garage door, no front door, burnt. You know what I mean? And those deals are deals until somebody buys them. So you call them and you call them and you call them until tell you know what, I already sold it or I already fixed it, or they pass away. So it's consistent. Now, this last deal, the issue that the main issue that we had, it was a title company. They started counting my pockets.
Yeah, you told us about that.
And again, it's unethical. I used to be a lender. You don't
Right.
you don't judge either good or bad other people's bank accounts.
Did you get back to her yet or not yet?
No, I already got my check. I'm probably gonna talk to her probably next week.
Let us know how that goes.
Again, you get more flies with honey than with vinegar. So I need to be, because she still had my deals there.
Yeah, no. That's
So
true.
now it's unethical.
It is.
It is. How does that make me feel? Like I feel like I'm being judged for what I do. Now she might just think that I just found a lead and I sold it. No. You don't see it. You don't see that. Like it's like you see a tip of the iceberg. You don't see the iceberg. You don't see when I was driving for like 6 hours a day. You don't see when I was calling for like 6 hours a day. You don't see when I was broke. You don't see when I was this. You don't see when I was this. You seeing the fruit of my labor, and you're you judging me because I'm making money.
Yeah.
And again, all the time you'll get some people like that. But again, you have to be the master of your emotions. You got to be able to go through the punches, smile and wave. I was still courteous with her. Every time I called her for a follow-up, courteous, hey, good morning, whatever. And even when I didn't, thank you for closing that deal. Most people would have been jerks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this business, you don't want enemies. You want to be as amicable with everybody as possible because it's better. So that's basically what that deal went through. It closed and funded. Again, I learned my lesson. Right now I'm actually have to go drive to see another title company for the deal that I just told you guys. I need to open title on it.
No.
But again, I didn't react because you would have reacted. What do you mean cutting my pockets? Most people, again, a lot of people when they get shoved, they react with a punch. When I get shoved, I step back and I look, I play my chess move. What's gonna be my next move? I don't want to punch this guy. I mean, what do I have behind this guy? Or I have the deals that are pending. Do I want to cloud my time with this issue? No. Compartmentalize. Put it aside. You know what? I'll deal with it when the time comes that it's perfect for me to deal with it. What I already thought about it, and now I'm gonna be in front of it. And I'm gonna be calm and collected so I can express what I liked or what I didn't like about how it happened. So I react to you when I want to. You can tell me this, perfect. You know what? You're entitled to your opinion, and I wish you the best.
That's it.
It is what it is.
All right.
So guys, thank you. Do you guys have any questions before? I know it's already been over an hour. Do you guys have any questions as far as, you guys wrote down what you guys need to do? I would do if I was you. One of the things that I tell people that I know, like when I play soccer, and I wish someone would have told me this when I was 18. Make sure, you know, the little carts on a train, the little carts.
Right.
Make sure you put your cart behind the right train. I tell my guys, look at who is around you. Whose life do you want to live? And then whoever life you want to live, you put your cart behind it. That's it. I wish someone would have told me that. You know what, Arturo? Who around you's life you want to live? Well, nobody. Well, expand. Pick somebody's life. And then when you see that body's life, then you ask questions and then you put your cart behind it. Because you don't know what's going on 60 miles on the road. But if you put your cart down the wrong track, you're going to be 60 miles deep. And then he's not going to be the person you want to be like, oh, shoot. Like I tell my guys, you guys are young. Like my soccer player guys, you guys are young. You guys have energy. Again, don't do stupid stuff just because everybody's just doing it. Don't go drinking just because everybody's just doing it. Look at that person. Do you want to have that person's life? Look at how he talks. Look at what he brings to the table. Do you want that person's life? He looks cool when he drinks, etc., etc., etc. But is that the life that you want to live? If it is, perfect. But then don't complain. But if it's not, then let me look at other people's lives.
Yeah.
Again, they might not like this person because it's different. But is that the life you want? Yeah. Well, then put yourself behind that track. Because sometimes the what's it called? The combination of the community is not what you want to be. You want to be different. I mean, we only have one life. Again, I always say I only have like 25,000 days. What is that? I did that when I was younger. Let's see.
95.
5 times 25. 365 times 20. 365 times. That's 68 years. 25,000. That when I was 20, that's what I told myself. So I only have 25,000 days. That's it. I'm not getting no more days. I might not even make the 25,000 days. But if you look at it, it's only 25. How quick can you count to 25,000? Really quick. Probably in less than an hour, you count to 25,000. That's your life. That's your life. So let's make sure we milk it every single day when we make sure we don't put our trains in the wrong tracks. So guys, thank you for being in the call. Again, do that. The recommendations that I gave you. I'll put a plan in place and then I'll share it to the group, and then we'll go from there. But trust me, if you guys do that, guys, I can guarantee you that in 90 days you'll have a check in your hand, and hopefully a big one.
All right.
Okay. And again, don't spend money when you haven't made money. So thank you guys. Again, you guys have a good day. Have a good Friday. Again, Saturday and Sunday. make yourself make some time for yourself and then double down on your work.
Thank you. Arturo, I sent you a message on Facebook.
I'll look at it right now.
Yeah. All right.
Take care, guys.
All right, John, Aaron, Victor, Luz, Mag. Happy
Later.
Friday. See you guys next Friday. I wanna hear some good stories next Friday, okay?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Take care, guys.